Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Filipina scams an American out of 1.5 million pesos. He has her arrested. Now, first of all, let me say that I'm not talking about all Filipinos, because all Filipinos don't scam you out of money. I've never been scammed out of any money. Second of all, sometimes the men have to take some blame for this happening. Remember, it's really not a scam if she asks you for money and you give it to her. The scam is when the woman really doesn't have any interest in you. Well, the American and the Filipina, they meet through her brother. She's a call center tech. And I'm going to put the link in the description because I'm really not going to go into this in any detail. I made the video because I want to remind men not to send these large amounts of money to these women, especially before you've never met them. You know, they're certainly strangers. But anyway, they meet through her brother. She's a call center tech, and they start chatting, and he starts sending little amounts of money first. And a lot of times, guys, that's how they gain your trust. They don't ask for a whole lot. Maybe, 1,000 pesos here, 500 there. Then he hits her with the 300,000, and he starts getting suspicious. Well, altogether he sends 1.2 million. Well, what made him go to the police? She asked him for 2.4 million on a down payment for a $14 million condo. He contacted the NBI. They asked him, hey, come on over here. You want to file charges. He did that. They set up an entrapment because sort of like a buyback that they do over here with the drugs. Because remember, you're in the Philippines. You're not in America, Germany, or all those places where entrapment is illegal. And they met at the coffee shop and they arrested her. And then, of course, she's begging forgiveness for the guy, but he says, no, I'm going to press charges. You knew better. And the moral of the story is don't be stupid, guys. You don't have to send that kind of money over here. This is the first time he ever saw the lady, and he came over here to have her arrested. And to Filipinos out there who are doing this kind of stuff, let that be a warning that men have had enough. They're going to eventually go to the authorities on you. A lot of these guys, if you're generally interested in them, you don't even have to ask them for money. They're going to give it to you. They're going to help you. But I just want to remind guys, I don't know why we do it. I was talking to my buddy Smiley today, and I said, hey, man, it's funny how after all this time, men are still being taken for their money like that. How could that be happening? He was like, yeah, you got to blame them. I don't know if we're trying to save people. I don't know if we're trying to make an impression. Whatever it is, it's not working. This woman took 1.2 million. Now that's like giving a woman in America $1.2 million. No, it's not the exchange rate I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the degree of difficulty that it would take the average Filipino over here to come up with 1.2 million pesos. It's the same degree of difficulty as it would take an average woman in America to get $1.2 million. That's a lot of money over here. $10,000 pesos at one time in her hand is a lot of money over here. So imagine 1.2 million. She was going for the juggler. She asked for 2.4 million to take care of her family and lady and etc. etc. I'm going to let you read it. But for some reason, man, we're not listening. For some reason, we keep sending money over here, hand over foot, hand over fist, rather. Trying to see who can outdo the next man. And trying to put these women in layaway, trying to put them in reserve. We're trying to buy them. They don't like that. Not the typical Filipino, man. You start asking her, you start handing her money, she gets nervous, man. I'm talking about the typical Filipino. They're like, look, I'm not a prostitute. You can't buy me. But we do it anyway. And as a vlogger, I just talk about what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. And I've just been seeing it too much, guys. Slow down. Come over here and meet the woman. Make sure that she's who you think she is. And then before you start giving money, make sure there's a legitimate relationship. Imagine, for you to get her a visa to come to your country, you have to prove to the embassy that it's a legitimate relationship. So at least you can prove that to yourself. Come on, guys, this is getting ridiculous. If it makes any difference, the guy was a brother. But y'all think I just be on here talking. I did a video last year about, brothers. We seem to be, the victims in a lot of these cases over here. I don't know what we're trying to do. I don't know if it has anything to do with our background or whatever it is. And I never blame the victim, but he was a brother. 1.2 million pesos, okay? Right now, what would that be? I don't even know, maybe close to $30,000. I mean, my heart goes out to him. I hope that he goes ahead and presses charges. Maybe she'll learn a lesson. She had a good job anyway as a call center agent, but I guess she figured, hey, this is just too easy. This is too good to be true. And he just kept on sending 14 million pesos for a condominium to help her family, to move them into the $14 million condominium, knowing that, lady, the condominiums over here, I'm in a condotel right now, basically a condominium. You ain't gonna put no family in here. But we don't know, we don't probe, we don't ask enough questions. We just see the beautiful woman behind the screen. And I know, go ahead, this story sounds familiar. It happens over and over and over. It doesn't matter how many videos you do, but I just feel it's my obligation. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm not disrespecting anybody's culture. I'm just telling you what happened. If you don't believe me, click the link in the description. It's going to tell you the whole story, how it unfolded. My point is, stop doing it. You don't have to do that, man. You're going to need that money when you get over here. She doesn't need that kind of money anyway. What is she going to spend it on? If you knew the typical Filipina and her daily activities of living, you would know she would never need 1.2 million pesos. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Yeah, I'm preaching today, man, because this isn't gone too far. This isn't got out of hand. I mean, if y'all that damn lazy, man, buy a dog. Do something. Stop sending your money over here for nothing. It's different. Me and Merlin been together 6 years. We got a daughter. We got a family. She's shown me that she's worthy. Every peso I spend in that house, I'm benefiting too. I mean, y'all grown-ass men. I mean, you throw your common sense out the window when you get on the plane. No. When you click on the computer and you see the woman on the other side. I used to say when you get on the plane, long before you get on the plane. You're in some type of fantasy land. Act like you've met women before. Because I'm going to talk about on my next live stream. One of the first lessons I learned about coming to the Philippines was in a chat room. It was only a couple of days that I was in there before I came to the Philippines. I don't want you to be like me. Just get on a plane and come over here. He said, hey, if you do meet a nice, attractive young woman over there, don't flaunt it, he said. Don't walk around like you really doing something, shoving it in the face of the people. They don't like that. And man, he was right on the money. Guys, act like you've been here before. Act like you've had a nice looking woman before. I was at the airport when I flew in early Tuesday morning, and there it was. Here's some guy walking, the foreigner. He's got a beautiful, attractive young woman. I guess she was there to meet him at the airport. And he's just strutting around like a proud peacock. And the people just looking at him like he's stupid. They don't like that, man. I got a friend here. And whenever he sees a foreigner with a young woman, first time I ever saw it before. But he let it be known. I don't like that. We don't like that. Okay? So thank y'all so much for stopping by. So much to learn over here. Come over here and learn. Don't come over here and act like you know what to do over here, like this culture and everything like that. That's respect right there. Let them show you what not to do and what to do. But 1.5 million pesos is a lot of damn money. 1.2 million rather. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'm ready to go eat breakfast, man. But I had to make this video now. I'm going to upload it now. Because evidently, you guys aren't listening. You aren't learning. Because you keep on sending money over here. Your hard-earned money. 1.2 million. I only spent 1 million to build my house. So if the guy's watching, you're not going to get that money back. How are you going to get it back? You know, hopefully you'll go on somebody's vlog and tell them your story. Don't be embarrassed. That's the only way you're going to help somebody. Because they don't really give you any details and all that. They don't really know where your man was at for sending that kind of money over there. So go ahead, let somebody interview you. Tell your story. So it won't repeat itself. That's what happens. We come over here and we start hiding. Finding your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Friday we're going to spin the wheel. No, Saturday we're going to spin the wheel 5 times. Just to make up for the times when I was gone. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Stop sending your money over here, your hard-earned money over here to strangers. They're not going to appreciate it. Okay? All they're going to do is set fire to it. That's why she kept asking you for more money. She spent that 1.2 million. Her damn iPhone had an iPhone. I mean, you can be nice to people over here without losing your damn mind. The typical Filipino is not going to ask you for any money anyway. They're too proud for that. They're not for sale. You can't put them in the layaway. If she likes you, she likes you. She'll wait here forever for you. Make sure she's who you think she is. Make sure she's worthy of your hard-earned money before you start sending it over here. Because I'm going to tell you something. Like I tell you all the time, you can send all the money you want. And then somebody comes over here 2 weeks before you do. And it's all over.